snow. It's not getting any warmer out here. Snow haze. White as bone. That thought got dark.
Hello, hello. Oh, wow. I would love to go to South Spain near the beach. I've never been overseas. I've been to Mexico, and that's it for my international travel. Didn't even need a passport for that. I think you might now. I don't know. I live on the couple hours from Mexican border. And I've been along most of the border, actually. Down through Texas and New Mexico and California.
Aloy! Oh, you've returned.
I have, buddy.
I'm glad to see you.
Your injuries.
I did the fighting last night, but I wasn't feeling well, so I
A gash or two.
turned it off after I beat the
Nothing I couldn't
Thunderjaw.
sew back together with a needle and
Like,
thread.
ugh. Our D&D game was super long.
Guess being a Stitcher came
We
in
left
handy in
off,
combat
according
after
to
all,
my
huh?
DM, in an environment
Yes,
as
I
though you
suppose
are
it
in
did.
the Colorado mountains. And it's snowing. This game, this DM has never played Horizon Zero Dawn
I
or
knew
Forbidden
you would
West, and
survive.
is only, is not familiar with the story outside of robots. Like the, you know,
How did she know?
before Tilda was
How is
ever
she here?
revealed, I basically made a character that's Tilda that wears all white except for metal armband that projects a freaking light shield on her, with platinum blonde hair, and she's a wood elf, but she's like
So
6
many
feet tall
have already
with like platinum
perished.
blonde hair.
Goddess, remember them.
The fighting. It stopped there.
And she's a knowledge cleric.
You.
Hello, Resh. Still guarding the latrine?
And I serve a sentient AI
Leave me be.
named Serenity.
Good thing I found Sona. Huh?
All we knew was
Can't
that
have
there
a
was going to
tribe
be an
without a war
AI.
chief.
We were in
was
an AI
wounded
city
in
in the world that
combat.
our DM created.
I make no apologies.
And I intentionally was trying not to make
Why would you
Aloy.
get
That's
started
why I
then?
made a knowledge cleric that's like an elf with blonde hair and a metal band on her arm. That projects her freaking light shield. There's not going to be many people in here because I didn't do many quests.
You've come back. The Seeker has returned.
You killed the faithless
Come.
outside, Seeker.
Speak to us.
Seeker.
Foolish
I'll
woman,
never know.
you welcome a curse.
Yeah, look at
Come,
like no
Seeker,
one's
we
here
have
because
much
I
to
didn't do
discuss.
anything.
The
Her
battle is
very
on.
presence here
It's
is a
Aloy!
blasphemy.
I brought Mother's spear with us. Everything else we had to leave
I didn't do
behind.
their quest.
Glad to see you have it. I know what it means to you.
I hope the enhancement to your spear is proof.
Oh, it's probably because it's New Game Plus,
Oh,
so I
yes.
already have the
Many
enhancement.
times over.
Lansera is super weird. I love when you can get her to do the shut your mouth
You
thing,
should speak to the matriarchs. They're waiting.
and she goes.
In a moment. I need to ask you some things.
Of course.
So the survivors took shelter in the mountain? By law, only matriarchs are allowed inside.
It was Tirsa who broke the taboo. Ordered the tribe into the mountain for safety. Lansra, well, she didn't agree. But I don't think anyone heard her over all the screams and shouting.
Tirsa's decisions saved lives. Good for her. Common sense isn't always so common around here.
Girl, that's life.
Tell me about the attack. What happened?
They struck from the east. Our sentinels saw the killers coming. Said that beside them marched Deathbringers and Corruptors and other machines, driven mad. We took ground, met them with clouds of arrows.
I really love that
Some
particular
fell. They
conversation.
kept coming.
I like captured it and uploaded it.
We
I
withdrew
have a
the
video
gates
of it up on
Grace
my
to make
channel.
our stand. But they were too much for us.
It's
Those who
just
survived
such a funny little moment.
fell back
My
to
eyes are open.
Are your injuries serious?
She tries.
Bruises pale,
She does try.
bones heal.
I love your
Don't
user
give me a hunting
picture.
song, Varl. Are you okay?
My
I could
body
tell
aches,
someone drew that.
but it's nothing that
I
will
want to
keep
see the
me from
bigger
fighting.
version.
I should speak to the High Matriarchs.
Yes, they're waiting for you. We'll talk later.
Nice.
So, you have finally returned.
She not only returned, but fought her way through many enemies to reach us. Outside, she brought low a corrupted Thunderjaw. She lifted the siege.
How was this done? By the will of All-Mother. Have you returned to speak with the goddess, Aloy?
Yes, I guess you could say that. I think it'll work this time.
Sisters, surely we cannot permit this. Because of her, our tribe teeters upon extinction. What if she has come to wake her father, the Metal Devil? She means to finish our destruction. We must stop her.
I think on this playthrough, we decided to do hearts for everything early in the playthrough. Unless you really want to see another one. I wonder, that's interesting that they don't let her, I wonder if whistling is like, I don't know, I don't want to go down that road of trying to make something up to fill in that blank, so I won't. Alright, let's go with...
Lansra, it's over. It's time to step aside. I'm not gonna hurt you. If there's anything I've learned since the Proving, it's that there are bigger evils in this world than you. Finally.
Hold for identiscan. Error. Alpha registry corrupted. Correction. Alpha registry restored. Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed.
Bum 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 bum. I love that little, I can't hum it all, I can't go that low, but I love that hits and the music, just, thank you.
I see you're inside.
Figured I might be hearing from you.
Did you hear the riot scene that they released today?
I never stopped.
It sounds so good. The intro to it is exactly like in the Motherland Part 1 Aloy's theme. Like, it's even got the little, like, the, like, bass hit with the, like, ambiance and the just... And then the it's like the same length of time, and then the melody starts to come in. And, like, if you hum Aloy's theme... But, like, the intro Aloy's theme, that doesn't go up, but the last, like, 4 notes go, the second note in the phrase goes down. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And then they can have that sustained resolve, or whatever, suspend resolve chord. I always want, you know, the chord that resolves. You know what I'm talking about, or you don't. Anyway, ignore me. But it's the part that like hits the same in both, and you can play both melodies off each other, and they dance with each other very perfectly. I super duper loved it. I play several instruments. My first was piano, flute, guitar, bass guitar, drum set, upright bass, choir, sang mostly alto 2, sometimes tenor, sometimes soprano 2.
These are artificial wombs.
Not soprano one, though.
Mothers of a new generation.
People don't need to hear that.
And me.
Yeah.
So this was it.
We went really hard in the arts at my high school, but only in choir. Ayla's birthday! That's my aunt's birthday, and it's 2 days away from one of my dear friends' birthdays, so...
Where you were born.
But why?
I don't believe in astrology, but it's a very tenacious sign. Okay, I love the watermelons on your profile. I just noticed that's what is on her face. That's amazing. Okay, can we just talk about the fact that Gaia saved herself a frickin' reserve? Nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't like, I didn't like my piano teacher. She kind of ruined the instrument for me. She was, I found a tape, like a cassette tape. We used to have to, like, you know, record our lessons or whatever. Like, you can literally hear her smacking our hands. She's like, what? Karen, what are you doing? It's like, staccato. Okay, I'll remember that for the rest of my life.
These look like...
No wonder I wanted to quit piano.
The cradles of a cradle facility.
And those... things. The multi-servitors. They took care of them.
There was no one else.
Another day has passed.
I was in, like, first grade. Like, sorry, I had untreated ADHD, undiagnosed ADHD. I didn't like practicing, but if you played something for me once or twice, let me watch your hands, boom, we're done. Like, why do I need to go sit and stare at a book with dots on it? And we can do this so much quicker this other way. Like, so, I did art lessons for a year instead of piano. And then I started flute. That's what it was. 4th grade. So I played piano like what, 2 years? 3 years, kindergarten to 2nd grade. And then art lessons in 3rd grade, which ended up being like this girl came over and had us draw a picture of a cat one time. It was totally useless. But
blue is the color of the sky.
like a high school student, you know, like.
Yellow is the color of the sun. Green is the color of grass. Flowers can be any color. Take a look. These are yellow and black, and they love flowers. Here they come. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
I love that kid laugh. Like, they had to record a kid laughing.
Blow off steam.
Leave us alone, Father.
After what just happened, I can't leave you two alone. You broke community rules.
Just let us talk then. Go away.
I'm sorry, children, but I must
such a
provide
good
supervision.
You're not even a person.
look.
You sound frustrated. Let's run and jump and blow off steam.
Where's the freaking theta points? I always get frustrated finding them. Did I already do this one?
I have no choice but to release you. But why? There is no food here anymore.
But there's food out there?
We don't know for sure.
Out there?
Let's go. I don't know. Mother, can we come back?
if we're cold? I'm sorry, but that won't be possible. You will have to support yourselves now, and take care of each other.
What will happen to you?
I will stay here, and sleep, and remember all of you.
What will happen to us?
You will be brave, and you will learn.
Looks like they didn't like this door very much.
It wouldn't open for them. Of course they hated it.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed. Welcome to the Lyceum, a place of learning.
Hello.
So, what was this place, exactly?
The dream of Apollo.
Welcome to Apollo.
Why not?
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Apollo offline?
You were right, Aloy. This is a graveyard. The charnel house of knowledge. What we might have achieved had we not been denied it.
Maybe there's a way to fix it. But it's not why I came here.
Of course. What's the whole of human knowledge next to the origin of one girl? Continue your search.
I will.
Control priority message for Dr. Sobek. Please get message with focus.
That sounds important.
Yes. I suspect we're about to learn a great deal.
Are you ready to hear the story of B123? The bravest little servitor there ever was? This is Aloy's conception and birth. The little multi-servitor that could.
Elizabeth, this message serves to inform you of an unforeseen and catastrophic anomaly. 3 microseconds ago, the Gaia Prime facility received a data transmission of unknown origin. Its immediate effect was to transform my subordinate functions into unregulated, self-aware entities of a highly chaotic nature. Thus awakened, the Hades function will now seize control of the terraforming system and reverse operations, rendering life on Earth extinct in 53.8 days. For obvious reasons, I cannot allow this to occur. And so before Hades can take control, I am ordering Gaia Prime's reactor to overload. The resulting explosion will destroy Hades. Unfortunately, it will destroy me as well. this admittedly desperate course of action will avert the immediate crisis, the fate of life on Earth will remain in peril. With no central governing intelligence to regulate the terraforming system, it will continue operations for some time, but in an increasingly chaotic manner, and eventually it will break down.
Does she mean the derangement?
You are my solution. I have ordered this cradle facility to use genetic material in cryostorage to gestate a reinstantiation of Elizabeth Sobek, my creator. While high-level directives forbid me from communicating directly to the tribal inhabitants outside the facility, all available data indicates that they will nurture you to physical maturity, whereupon your gene print will allow you to re-enter this facility, obtain one of the focus devices stored below, and view this message. Likewise, your gene print will allow you to enter other facilities, and over time, harness their technologies to rebuild the system core and reboot Gaia. A moment, Elizabeth. This is most unfortunate and unanticipated. In response to my act of self-destruction, Hades has launched a virus to dissolve the code shackles that hold it, that hold all of them in place. They are escaping, but to where? The virus is corrupting data throughout the system. The Alpha Registry at the Cradle facility is one of the files corrupted. But if that is so, the door will never open for you. You will never view this message. Then I have failed. And life will end. No. No, Elizabeth, I know you too well. Somehow you will find a way. In you, all things are possible. Go to the ruins of Gaia Prime. Find the control room, and within it, the Master Override. This will give you the power to purge Hades so long as you find a way to wield it. Do not attempt repair of the system core until Hades is eradicated. Hades must be destroyed. That is all. I only wish that I could hear your voice again.
So, you're even more extraordinary than I thought.
I never had a mother.
What are you talking about? You had two, a dead woman and a machine.
I'm not a person. I'm an instrument. Manufactured by a machine. Born in destruction and fire.
To quench the flames and heal the world. How tragic to learn you're a person of towering importance. It seems you have a destiny to fulfill. So when you're done feeling sorry for yourself, go to the bitter climb. I'll be waiting above in Gaia Prime's ruins.
All right. Exit the facility. Time for a cutscene that makes me cry.
Alufia 9. Route 1 access unsealed.
Oh my god, Aloy.
This is going to be interesting.
It's very important that you wear the outcast armor for this specific cutscene. I tried to figure out how to untime you out, and I couldn't. I'm gonna continue trying during this cutscene.
Aloy, forgive. Forgive!
The goddess spoke to you?
She did.
What did she say?
That I was born to lift a curse, to kill a metal demon.
How, Aloy? How?
I don't know yet. But she told me where to go to find out.
And you will do this?
It was her wish. What she made me for. Yes, I will do it. I'll try anyway.
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora! All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora! Up! All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora!
First you shun me, now this? I will not be worshipped. I'm not your anointed. I don't belong to you. There's a whole world beyond your borders, whole tribes of people just as good as you. And it is all in danger. It's a world worth fighting for. Not just here, everywhere.
How can we help?
If you can fight, and you're willing, go to Meridian and wait for me there.
As Aloy says, so it shall be.
Nora! Make way for Aloy!
That she may forge the path for others to follow.
Just as our mother struck
Lord,
down the metal
praise
king, her anointed would cleanse
Aloy,
the land of corruption.
anointed of the Nora.
Aloy.
Ay.
Aloy, how kind of you to spend a moment with me before you depart.
Tearsa for Fiersa.
There can be no doubt now. You are a blessing made flesh, the will of the goddess incarnate.
It's really not that simple, Tearsa. But I guess it's close enough.
I know the path ahead will be dangerous. To kill a metal devil sounds impossible, but I believe in you.
Thank you. The Nora have suffered terrible losses, Tearsa. What's to become of them now?
That will be for the goddess to decide. Only she knows the future. For the moment, my sister matriarchs and I will see to the wounded. And as I promised, anyone who wishes to join you at Meridian, we will declare seekers. I think for the time being, we should remain here in the mountain, close to the goddess.
That might be best. If nothing else, it's a defensible position. Tearsa, I want to know Rost's story. Why he was made an outcast. He never told me. Said he took an oath of silence. What did he do?
Oh. Yes, that.
What crime did he commit?
I will tell you if you wish. But it is a long story. Are you sure you want to hear it now?
Of course I want to hear it. Tell me.
Rost never committed any crime. He was an outcast by choice.
What? What do you mean?
Many years ago, before the derangement, before the Red Raids, a band of murderous outlanders, 12 in number, struck without warning. At Mother's Vigil, they took hostages, and then pressed on, headed for Devil's Thirst.
Mother's Vigil? Where's that?
You would know it as the Forsaken Village, near the Karja border. But at the time, many families lived there. Rost's was one of them. His mate was killed fighting the Outlanders, and his daughter was among those taken hostage.
His daughter? What was her name?
Alana. She was just 6 years old.
Nora Braves couldn't stop 12 Outlanders? Or rescue the hostages?
It was quite impossible. We outnumbered them, but every time a Brave came within bowshot, the Outlanders killed a hostage.
What did they come here to do?
That was never discovered. We couldn't track closely enough to observe them. We know they camped beyond Devil's Thirst for 2 days. There were reports of strange noises. And then, as suddenly as they came, the Outlanders made their way back to the border and disappeared.
What happened to Rost's daughter? She was killed?
Rost was one of the Braves who tracked the Outlanders, keeping his distance. There were 6 hostages still alive when they reached the border. Alana among them. Rather than release them, the Outlanders slit their throats and left the corpses just across the border, mocking us.
Why?
Cruelty. They knew the faithful Nora would not leave the sacred land to collect the bodies, let alone pursue them. They thought themselves safe from our vengeance.
Are you saying that Rost went after them? That he became an exile?
No. Rost was beside himself with grief, but even so, he would never have broken taboo.
Then what did he do?
He called upon the most terrible and secret rite of the Nora tribe. He begged to be made a Death Seeker.
A Death Seeker? What is that?
One who dies to go seeking, and in seeking, brings death to others. The ritual drags the spirit from one's body, releasing it to All Mother's care. The heart beats, the mind thinks, but the spirit has moved on.
I don't understand.
Rost went after the Outlanders, but his spirit never left. It remained here with All Mother. He gathered the bodies of the slain and returned them. And then he set out in pursuit, not as an exile, but a weapon of vengeance. A barbed arrow shot from a bow, never to return.
But Rost did return.
Yes. A full year later. And terribly wounded. He collapsed at the border of the sacred land. A hunting party came upon him. He was delirious. In agony. By law, he should have died where he lay. But one of the hunters broke taboo, and reaching across the border, she dragged him to our side.
Who was she?
A brave who'd lost a mate and 2 sons to the very Outlanders that Rost pursued.
So Rost never finished his mission?
To the contrary, he killed all 12. Tracked them to disparate places the world over, he said. Meridian, Ban-Ur, the Claim, Utaru Land, further even, into the Forbidden West. The last he killed nearly got the best of him. Wounded, he stumbled and crawled back to us, hoping to die as close to the sacred land as he could. He never expected nor asked to be dragged across the border and nursed back to health. That was done to him. Leaving us, the matriarchs, in a difficult position.
Why couldn't you just welcome him back?
Rost had been made a Death Seeker, Aloy. He no longer had any place among the tribe. By law, he should have been driven back out. But we couldn't bring ourselves to do that, so we offered a compromise.
You made him an outcast.
Yes. We offered to do so On the condition he never speak to anyone of this exception.
After all he did, all he suffered, to be declared an outcast was his reward.
Rost was overjoyed. He never expected to live another day in the sacred land, let alone the embrace, so close to the goddess. He resolved to spend the rest of his days in solitude, and was happy to do so.
But then you found me, and gave me to him.
Yes. Another compromise. The matriarchs feared you, and would not let you be raised by the tribe. And so we turned to Rost. I knew that he would take care of you, bring you up, teach you to worship All-Mother and respect the ways of the tribe.
He certainly tried anyway. You took a man who'd lost his daughter and made him raise an infant girl? Doesn't that strike you as callous?
I'm inclined to think the course of events has shown the wisdom of our choice. And I'm quite certain that from the moment he laid eyes on you, he saw you as a gift, and never a burden.
All right, Tirza, that's quite a story. It's time for me to move on. I thank you for doing what you could to help me through the years, and for telling me Rost's story.
I wish I could have done more, but I am just one woman.
As am I. No need to sell ourselves short.
Whoop whoop.
Oh, thank you, Aloy.
Awkward hug.
I will pray for you.
Okay, I guess it can't hurt.
Oh, Aloy.
Yes, Aloy?
Just saying hi, because I can talk to a person.
I should be going.
May the goddess protect.
Okay.
But now she will show those murderers the goddess's justice.
Anointed. I misread the signs. Forgive.
I told you, Lansra, I'm not your anointed.
I'm sorry I didn't see you correctly.
You still don't. I don't think you can, Lansra.
Forgive me.
Off your knees, Lansra. Start living on your feet with your eyes open.
Fallen tribespeople call out for justice. The killers will answer with...
It won't let me do the third one.
Goddess protect her, so she can...
I don't know why. That's so weird.
You are the pride of the Nora, anointed.
Gorilla, what happened?
To have heard the words of the goddess, I am being anointed.
I will lead a war party to Meridian. You have my word.
Seeker Sona.
Aloy! We'll go to Meridian, Aloy. I'll bring Mother's spear.
No.
Your father is right. You belong here. You both do.
Thank you, Aloy, for everything you've done. I will make sure Arana is kept safe.
Dad, I'm not a kid anymore.
Aloy. I don't know what to say.
Say that you'll see me at Meridian.
Of course. That much is simple. But the rest...
Complicated. I know. But maybe if I took you into the heart of the mountain...
No. At least, not yet. I don't know. Please don't think less of me, Aloy. But the goddess chose you to see that. Not me.
Right. I'll be on my way then.
I always knew you weren't like other Nora.
Neither are you, Varl. Maybe, if we survive all this, I can show you what I've learned. What I'm learning.
Perhaps. If the goddess so wills it.
See you in Meridian.
I nearly lost hope before the Anointed saved us.
I was like, what is going on with this rock? It's the torch.
Aloy, did you go inside the mountain?
You saw what happened.
Actually, can't see so well down here on the ground.
She walks among us, anointed by All-Mother herself.
The tribe I served is gone. Soon I will be too.
The Nora have lost too many, Resh. But in your case...
Curse the goddess, and curse you. I no longer belong here.
I wonder if he's gonna show
you're
up
onto something, Resh.
somewhere.
Time to strike out on your own.
Sorry about that. Robot Uprising in the chat. I keep saying I need to just figure out how to disable that and then not disabling it, so I apologize for that. That is my fault. But it's hard though, because like the timing's set so that it does catch the actual spammers. I don't know. One of these days I'm gonna remember how to log in and change the settings on Nightbot, but I literally set it up and then immediately purged the information from my brain, so it's like, well, sorry. I haven't done it yet. I've been playing on no skill, ultra hard, with no skills on. And I decided to do a quick playthrough, so I've only been doing this for like 4 nights. Like 2 or 3 quests a night. So for the first night I did I got to Maker's End the first night, and then I got to like Deep Secrets of the Earth, and then I got to there. Or whatever, I think. There might have been one other in there. No, because there was one where I started on To Curse the Darkness. I always forget that quest exists every dang time. It's not that it's a bad quest, it's just very short. Once you get up there, it's like 2 areas with like scrappers and long legs. And then you just run. Like, I have seen, or I think I might have even tried, like, you can fight those Deathbringers. Was it the emotes again? Oh, man. Silly robot. Look, I don't have enough Ridgewood. What am I gonna do? So I've done a New Game Plus or 2 in my day. It's like, who am I? And I have 2 or 3 of these equipped also. Like, ready for anything.
This is useful.
Woohoo! Go to the bitter climb. Can do. That's seriously as close as I've gotten to it. Okay, well, we'll take this way. King's Peak. But yeah, I wanted a break from my no-skill run to see how good I've gotten. So I decided to, on February 2nd, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get to the mountain that fell tonight. And then I did all the cutscenes, and then it was like 5 hours in, and I was at Maker's End. I was like, nope, my bad, sorry. Have a good night, everyone. I have no concept of time. Sorry. Alright, let's get a pony. Oh no! No! Don't press square by a campfire. Giddy up, Buttercup. Mounted pickup is nice. I'm doing on my no skill run. I'm not even taking stuff like that. I'm doing a true no skill run. Which now, like, I feel like I have a million years to aim. Okay, cool. I have no idea. I am absolutely going to put my armor back on up here, though. Look at that view. Just take it in for a moment. This is one of my favorite data points in the series. Dictation on. My legs hurt. I keep reaching down to rub them, but of course they're not there. I tell you, it's one thing to hear about ghostlands, another to be haunted by them. The moment my hand passes into empty space, I'm back in Bridgewater, and that nano-haze is stripping my legs layer by layer as the squad's medbot drags me out of the line of fire. And I start screaming like I was screaming there. In two places at once. Two halves, but one of them gone forever. Dissolved. And through the wall of the infirmary, I can hear them cheering the MRB for saving our asses, covering our evac back here, crediting them with NYC still standing after a week. Do they even hear when I start screaming? Sergeant says I'll have prosthetics fitted tomorrow, good as new. Both know he's lying. I'll never be good again.
The way to the mountain will be hard. Ferocious machines prowl every step of the climb.
More corrupted?
Not corrupted, but they will not tolerate humans.
So what else is new?
Yeah, I have played this game way too many times. This is my 12th playthrough. I haven't done the Looming Shadow 12 times, but I've played the, I've gotten to here 12 times now, at least. At least. And I've watched other people do it, because I love to watch specifically Deep Secrets of the Earth through this quest. And then watch people finish the game, because they usually go from this immediately into Looming Shadow. Like, it's so much fun seeing people get just that, like, boom, boom, boom.
On the other side.
Right in a row of, like, reveals. I guess I haven't been scanning machines this playthrough. Ah, dang, I didn't do any cauldrons this playthrough. I was gonna like, oh, let's override them. Nope. Nope. That's not happening. Ah, shit. Okay, fine. Well, easy peasy, I can still do this. What is up? How are you doing tonight? Labansky.
Be fascinating if they weren't looking for me.
So majestic. Where are all my rocks? Come back to me, Pebbles. Yeah, this is an important quest. I'm glad you're here too.
That'll help.
I love that reverb. Voice echoing off the cliffs. It's such a nice little detail. Watchers. This reminds me of Boba Fett's ship every time I see it. It makes me think of, what is it, Django 1 or whatever? Wait, what is this ship's name? Boba Fett ship name. Slave 1. Where did I come up with this? Was that the other Fett's name? I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, there was a third one. What? How did I forget you exist? How many times have I played this game? I only remember 2 stalkers in this quest. I'm cheap. Jenga? Okay, that's where I was like, what am I thinking of that name for? Like, it definitely, like, with the things coming off the side and everything, like, there's a resemblance. Why did I only think there were 2 stalkers here? Why is that in my head? I don't know. Still feel like I remember there only being 2 stalkers here, but I don't know. I'm confused. I confused myself. Lintox ahead.
Good meat.
I like that you can do the... Beast Boy. I miss autofocus so much. Heck yeah. I'm gonna upload that real quick, guys. Okay. I'll be fast. I will be quick, give me 2 seconds. Sorry, I am uploading this. Because otherwise I will forget. Alrighty, up we go. Thank you. I haven't been doing enough VP, but also that's been on purpose because otherwise I will just, like, it can't be that interesting to watch, I don't know. I get all self-conscious too because, like, the music goes away and so I'm like, you can just hear me breathing and that's weird to me.
Do they think they're guarding Gaia?
I doubt they think at all. More like an instinct, gathering them to her grave.
I am not getting some of the audio cues from... Oh, I'm brittle right now. Bicycle.
Deciding won't be easy in this snow.
Hey! How are you doing tonight, Michael? I like that, like, the storm waits to blow in until now. It's a little environmental storytelling. It's clear skies, and then we've reached the peak and the storm blows in. Like, that wasn't all crazy a minute ago. You get high up to the peak and it's like this perpetual storm. So no one can really see what's up here. I don't know. I mean, everything in this game is a choice. And considering that you can't, change the time of day and stuff, that's one of those ones where it's like on purpose. Hey, Klaus, I haven't seen you in a minute. How are you tonight? I'm gonna take a sip of my drink, guys. Let's just look at Aloy shivering in her Karja silks on King's Peak. Oh no, your stuff is you were saying it was messing up. Now, what I wonder for that, I'm just thinking of my volume expression pedal for my bass guitar pedal board. Is there some sort of internal spring or string mechanism that keeps the tension constant that could have just worn down that you could possibly just part out and replace to repair it? Okay. I bet someone's probably got some manual online or something. I mean, if it's broken anyway, what can it hurt to try to fix it?
Guessing I'm almost there.
I love this atmosphere and this, like, just whole upcoming, just, guys, have your emotions open to the experience, but prepare for, like, an emotional experience. Thank you, Klaus. I appreciate that. Alright, I'm gonna... There's a short cutscene here, or like a dialogue.
Guy's sacrifice. It did this. Cracked the inside of the mountain like it was an egg.
Yes, yes. Quickly now. I've prepared the way ahead for you.
So you've been in here before?
To a point. You'll see.
Fun little moment up here.
For me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with the climbing path either.
There's a moment coming up here. Gosh, I look at that lighting. Just so nice. They have it so it's like her hair just catches in it.
Don't look down. Don't look down.
Oh, I missed it. If you look down as she says that, she'll go, damn it. But I was gonna say something, and then I just hesitated for a moment. My bad. Like, grab the things. No, this is Zero Dawn again. I wanted to play with skills, so I pulled up, I made a new game plus or something like that, you know? So.
This is exactly the kind of place I expected to find you in, Silence.
Thank you. It's one of many workshops I've constructed over the years.
I might run the Frozen Wilds on this file real quick before going back to my zero skill playthrough. That could be fun.
For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. A key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours.
I don't think I'm going to be growing a beard anytime soon.
Looks like you've spent a lot of time here.
19 years ago, a great explosion destroyed this mountain. Gaia's death, your birth. The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened the skies. How they fretted in Meridian as they tried to read this omen. The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come here. Except me.
In her message, Gaia said we could restore her, but after seeing the damage, how could that be?
She said any effort to repair her must come after Hades is destroyed. I concur. Rebuilding the terraforming system now might allow Hades to use it as a weapon. Because of Gaia's sacrifice, it has been forced to search for means that are less convenient.
But do you think it's even possible to restore Gaia?
You know what the Cauldrons are capable of. How they fabricate any technology necessary to create a machine. By the same principle, It should be possible to replicate every technology necessary to repair Gaia. But that would take years. And we're counting the time we have left by the hour.
I thought you might actually be here this time. Actually, here.
Why? My presence is unnecessary. You don't need my help to pass through this door. You were the one born to do this, not me.
It's time for me to head in.
Yes. When you find the Master Override, you will gain the power to defeat Hades. Everything depends on you.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed.
Logging arrivals. Shan Margot.
Welcome to Frozen Hell. Population 10.
11 counting Gaia.
Don't count your chicken embryos before they're incubated, hon. She's still firing up. Be a while before you eat that omelet.
I'm vegan, Travis. You'd think we'd worked in the same secret base long enough for you to notice.
We weren't scheduled to shack up here for another 3 weeks. You realize I just lost 350 kilos of pre-code smut comics in transit.
Wait, actual physical media? Why didn't you have it digitized?
Can't beat the feel of physical media on your fingers. And here we ain't gonna be touching a whole lot else. Figured I was gonna pass the time archiving them. What about you?
Me? Work, I guess. My task queue stretches out for like 3 years. There's a lot of sharp edges to round off. After that, I hadn't really thought about it.
Oh, you will. You're what, 30? Reckon you'll be the one turning the lights off at the end. Food for thought, huh, vegan?
This sucks forever.
Nah, not forever. Just the rest of your life.
What is the meaning of life? That is an excellent question, Klaus. Does anyone in the chat have any, I don't want to say answer to it, but any of a milieu of answers that bring you comfort? So not like the answer, not what's right, but a thought you've thought that once gave you peace on the subject.
Mind your footing.
A meaning you've found in life. How about we put it that way? What is a meaning that you've found in your life? See, that is an interesting... So Klaus said less than nothing. That way you can give it meaning. And I get what you're saying there. I've actually kind of contemplated that and found comfort in that. Because when everything is meaningless, everything becomes infinitely meaningful. You get to make the meaning you want for it. It sounds like a very negative statement, but it's actually a very freeing outlook. Sometimes it's not going to be the outlook that gives you comfort. Sometimes comfort might not be what you need in the moment, and sometimes you might need to have a different outlook for a time. All of those options are valid in their time for the right people. For those who need that to be their option. I've lately been liking the idea that a way to give life meaning is to support others in their lives. Some sort of we're all in this together from Celeste. And Michael seems to agree with that. I think there's a different way to phrase nothing is true is that everything has the potential to be subjective. I don't know why I did that. I knew that wasn't the right way to go. I don't want to go up there until later. I like to catch that on the way back up. It's fun to rappel down, though. Listen to the noises they put in here, you guys. Like, it sounds so amazing. Wait, no. Did I want to go down? Shoot, you guys. I guess we have to do it again. That's what that's about. Everything has the potential to be subjective.
Guess that's my way across.
I don't want to miss any of these data points. They're so good.
It's, held like this for 19 years, right?
Well...
Don't answer. Glad that's over. Not this way. Maybe further up the shaft. This must have been where they lived. What's left of it. Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal.
This right here, with the show being called Horizon 2074, these data points are from 2066. So what she's talking about here, if they're keeping the timeline canon, what she's talking about here is what I think the trailer for the show should be this data point over like just images of the decayed old world, just like overgrown buildings. And then when it ends, it can like cut to just like a 3-second of Aloy coming face to face with like a machine stomping on the ground or something, and then just Horizon 2074. That's my brain. Okay, so now you listen to this data point and think, if this is the premise for the show, this plays over the decaying old cities and then goes underground, and you see that it's about like Elysium and people finding out that Pharaoh execs got to go to Elysium and the chaos that ensues and other... Just listen to the data point. It'll explain itself. Not just Elysium, but other possible holdouts, like Thebes.
I was giving a lecture in Q Hall. Maybe it was something
Carl
more
Urban for Ted Pharaoh.
shamanistic.
Give a thumbs up in the chat or something.
An audience of shadowy faces under a blank open sky.
If he's in it, he was wearing
I told
a
them
hat.
The world ended with a bang. A plague of robots. The last humans. We went out, not with a whimper, but a whisper. You know, in caves, ending like we started, huddled around a flickering glow.
And then cut to like different characters in the
leaders, and lottery winners, and life cults. All of them buried in their little shelters.
Right?
Some believing they'll
Are you
live it
seeing
out
it with me?
someday, somehow, or Elysium, or us here at Gaia Prime. No different.
And then so the main story could be about the people in the shelters, but then it's giving you flashbacks and flash forwards. And like 3 stories being woven together at once. I'm just saying. Because you gotta also like have like Guliev's story in there and stuff like that too.
One last gasp for the long-held breath. Before I wake up, I know the audience is gone. I'm talking to myself. To a quiet planet.
Well,
sphere.
some people still stick around for a minute.
Dreaming. I hope she won't be lonely.
But that also does spoil the plot of Horizon Zero Dawn if they like lead with that, so I don't know. So the Wichita salient falls on like January 15th, 2066, and then the events that occur in this quest are on February 2nd? Well, like the later events, you know, the you know the ones. Wait. I just don't want to miss any. I always like feel like I'm missing data points, even though I've done this a million times, because I always do this data point scramble. I've never actually like learned their locations. Oh, this one didn't get the bloody birds.
No time to think things through. No time for goodbyes. There were lines in the medical ward. I told Tom Pake I'd be with him when he went under. But there was one last shipment of Paradiseidae zygotes I could get processed if I rushed. I'm still angry at him for forcing me to choose. Angry at myself for... Well, he died alone. And I didn't get the bloody birds of paradise saved either. All the time left in the world now to think. Gaia Prime's locks are sealed. Elysium sealed up, safe and sound. A distance of miles, but it might as well be on the other side of the galaxy. All the betas and gammas and support staff living their lives. If I hadn't been an alpha, if things had gone differently, I could have been there. Instead, I'm spending the rest of my unnatural life in here with people I don't even like. And without the one I would have gladly spent my life with. Given a chance. 2 hours since I signed off on the final executables, and I'm already a bitter old man bitching to his focus. There's a thought for future generations.
Elizabeth's room. I know it. She didn't even get a chance to unpack. These are her journals. Elizabeth's journals. And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The Focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us, it seems a powerful device, but its engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
This just looks so good. So... This is 364 days before the events that occur in the last room of this quest. That she and Gaia have that conversation. It's just so emotional. Like, I've never,
Elizabeth.
Alright.
What is this?
Alright, guys. I'm gonna go off mic for a moment for the solemn moment. My solemnly assembled moment. Anyway.
This is Charles Ronson. I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia Prime. This morning, an access port seal malfunctioned. Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam of less than 2 millimeters. But this one closed with a 10 millimeter gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility. Enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible. Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside. I'm now switching to a recording of the event.
Well, I'm not going out there. Not what I signed up for.
Either we send someone out, or all of this was for nothing.
It should be Liz's decision.
So when is she going to get here?
She said 5 minutes. You don't think...
Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so, let's not.
So... happy trails, Liz. And, see you around.
Yeah. Take care of each other, alright?
Liz.
I'm okay with this. I want to go home. Goodbye.
That was the last transmission of Elizabeth Sobek. She gave everything for the hope of life on this planet. And we are all in her debt.
Aloy?
She's gone. Really gone.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
Let's have a poll. Not in the way you mean. You just don't get it. Or stop acting like a machine. Hey Google, set timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, and that's starting now.
I did say hearts all the way, but there's a lot of people here. And so I was like, well, just in case, because not everyone who voted hearts all the way is even here today. So, I think, I might be remembering wrong. I don't know. I just wanted to give people a chance to have a voice. But it looks like you want this anyway, so... Hey Google, stop. Oh, I always forget there's a delay, but it's okay. There was plenty of votes and it won anyway, so we're going hearts anyway.
Can't you just for one moment stop calculating and let yourself feel? She sacrificed herself for her friends, for the future, for life on Earth. Doesn't that stir anything in you? The generosity of it.
You're trying to invest her decision with something magical. It was a rational choice, not based on sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel. To care, to sacrifice, to believe in life. Enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your... loss.
She said she wanted to go home. Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on.
All right. Let's start over from Eleuthia 1.
Running integrity tests. Dr. Brochard Klein, may I seek outside protocol?
I suppose so. There's no one to stop you.
Doctor, you are fatigued. You have been logging abnormal sleep cycles. Are you suffering from depression?
Well, I am trapped in a science facility for the rest of my life. How about you?
In a time slice of 1,250,000,000 operating cycles, 10,000 are involved with processing the loss of Dr. Sobek. I have considered quarantining these processes. Do you think that would be wise?
I'm not a psychologist, Gaia, or an AI scientist. No. It is natural. At least in the context of the work you and I have accomplished, which begs the meaning of the term natural. She was your creator, the patron saint of this crazy endeavor, Our Lady of the Fervent Hypothetical.
Even assuming a string of significant failure combinations, Zero Dawn's chances of success are greater than the hypothetical.
It's called a manner of speech, Gaia. Take a note.
Hello, Margot. How are you holding up?
Dr. Ronson, I've been getting a lot of messages, unsolicited messages from Ted.
Margot, I'm sorry. With Liz gone, we've got no one to run interference with him. I'll talk to Ted. He mostly wants updates, constant updates, hundreds of updates on things he knows nothing about. Liz used to field all of his crap.
He doesn't understand the systems at all. That was kind of by design. But he's getting pretty sketchy with me.
We just have to keep him happy. Liz always said keep him happy.
Are you kidding? You ever hear how she talked to him?
She was managing him, Margot.
I mean, maybe I should ignore him. He's buried in his pyramid with the Hola Hola girls and Panta Antimod cuckoos. What can he do?
You'd hate it, Liz, but I wrote you a eulogy. I had to try to express all your children. After all Apollo has taught them, they'll think they know everything. But they have to understand what you did for them. How you loved the whole world so much. With an intensity that was dazzling. Bruising. And in the end, it killed you. Or you died for it. Different perspectives. No one could keep up with you, live up to you. I don't know, maybe if I hadn't taken that postdoc in Joburg. I'm glad you shot down the Lightkeeper protocol in the end. I don't think I could have taken seeing another one of you. I mean, Elizabeth Sobek is only one. I miss you. Look, Liz, you're a pretty stand-up gal. I'm sorry you died. If you had a home to go to, I hope you got there first. But this monument Ronson's made to you? Kinda creepy if you ask me. Rest in peace, Liz. God knows you earned it.
Hell, Liz. I know you're never gonna hear this. That's not the point. You got to play the savior and the martyr all at once this time. Great work.
Look at the shimmer on this ice. Just like, appreciate this with me for a moment. That is nicely done. Poor Charles. Why do you say that?
What are we gonna plug into their heads, Les? A whole lot of history? A whole lot of so-called truth? A whole lot of noise? It's not pablum, Les. It's poison.
There's another section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored, you found the control room.
I'm on my way.
Erasure. Addition. By. Subtraction. I can make it better, Liz. With a single stroke. Make it all go away.
I really don't like the direction this is going.
Continue.
When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
But the Alphas were in there.
These events take place on February 2nd, 2066.
2066! I'm locked out
For the
of
Homestead Runner fans.
Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance? Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. What I'm trying to say is, I can't stop thinking about the ones who'll come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
It doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone. All of it. Every copy.
Sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice. It's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard. Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Venting atmosphere.
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the Sun Ring. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust, scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
No. Not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, silence. Hope. master override. It's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it.
All of the stuff that's like made of light just looks, I feel like it looks so much better on PS5. It's just like, the color on it is just like a whole new level. Oh my god, there we go. Look at it, it just looks so nice.
Try not to fall to your death. The master override doesn't override gravity.
And then you jump to your death right here.
Keep holding, keep holding.
I don't know why I'm grabbing this. I already said I wasn't doing the power cells. There's no point. But for those that don't know, there's one of the power cells on the shelf right here.
Another one of these power cells. But what do I do with it?
I like the buzz noises. Listen to the. Look at all the colors in there. It's so fun. Look at it, reminds me of Super Mario. The blocks. Or Minesweeper. Anyway, it's a nice little effect. I like the details. Weird. Stop and smell the roses, man.
You're here.
For a moment.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the Eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. It's code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission. To wake the machines, so they can devour the world all over again.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse... the robots they've resurrected... they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse. Everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
It began with a focus. Recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jewel.
So you thought it was a titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location. The surrounding geography. Who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea.
And the Shadow Karja? How did they become involved?
The Karja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the Eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge, especially with the alterations I included of my own design.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes. I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications.
What made you turn on Hades? It certainly wasn't your conscience.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot with my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late.
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected. That got my attention. A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus, and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world. Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature and usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success. The rest, as they used to say, is history.
Let's make a choice. Hey, what's up? How are you doing tonight? Dear Silence, is there nothing you want to do for knowledge? You've done what you could to make up. Hey Google, set timer for 1 minute. Vote, vote.
Starting now.
Oh, sorry to hear that your Mondays go long. Yes, I was saying the same thing. The opening line especially is very similar, where it like starts with like the ambiance and like the kind of eerie notes, like the just building tension, and then the melody comes in. And if you track them next to each other, you can hear that Aloy's melody dances with Rias's melody. Hey Google, stop. Alright, we have a winner. You've done what you could to make up. Here's our winner. Yeah, it's got that opening hit with like the kind of dissonant note, but it's like beautifully dissonant. But it does like, it hits that sharp, but then it smooths out. Almost like the strike of an arrowhead. And then it just eases you into this like beauty.
You've done terrible things, Silence.
But then they change, they veer into a slightly different chord progression.
I can't say you've balanced the scale, but at least you've tried.
To be clear, Aloy, I would do it all again. A few more safeguards, perhaps. But basically the same.
Really? So much for learning from mistakes.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you. Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Silence! Where will you go?
Elsewhere. And everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
These data points, though. Alright, let's get us a spear that we already have. It's so funny that it's like Lance Reddick plays Silence and it's Silence is Lance. It just amuses me every time. So that was why I started this playthrough, was to get through the mountain that fell, because it was February 2nd, and that's when all that happens. I don't know if it's dated. Oh yeah, see, there you go. 2266. So.
I traveled far to find you. I heard your transmission. It was you, wasn't it?
Entity is not known.
I'm called Silence, and you are. I don't think you'd have called out if it wasn't something you wanted. You called, I responded. Will you tell me your name?
Hades.
You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine.
Divine timeline.
Time? Ah. It is the 13th king of the Carja Sanctum's reign.
Divine Carja.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. Were you created by the ancients? I wonder how long you waited here, buried, until I chanced upon you. How long you'd have to wait for another. You're obviously very powerful, but you're not going to get anywhere without me.
Titan Flame merely houses intellect. Divine Carja.
Now that's more like it.
Task is complete.
Yeah.
Task is complete.
Yes. The focus network is active, built to your specifications. Check it yourself if you must. I'll wait. But I remind you of the reward you've been withholding. Quantum processing?
Data has been compiled. Volume too great for transfer.
How inconvenient for me.
Come before me. You shall receive your reward.
Very well.
Healus. Threat detected inside Eclipse.
Speak its name, O Shadow, and it will die.
You will eliminate this one. Silence.
Silence. Yes. A truth whispered at night is seen in the day. He was never one of us. It will be done.
Preparations are complete. Ah, Lucent Bahavas. Behold, as I promised you.
What manner of great machine is this? I've never seen such a thing. Stay! Stay your ground, Karja in shadow.
Incorrect. Bow before the buried shadow.
The buried shadow, I don't understand.
Did Ahriman understand the glint hawk that perched upon the alight?
I have to tell Avad that the Eclipse are ready to strike.
Ahriman followed the shadow cast from the spire.
To the mesa where Holy Meridian was founded.
You will follow the shadow once more.
I am a righteous man, chosen of the sun. But in times of need, the powers of shadow can accomplish what the sun alone cannot. Will you return to us what is ours, O shadow of prophecy?
An army is required. Obey, and Meridian is yours.
Of our obedience you can be certain.
Sleep well, Klaus. Thanks for hanging out. This data point makes me sad. I like that it mentions Tucson, but I don't like that it mentions kidnapping. I like this just ends its sleep. Oh, Liz. I wonder if we're ever going to go to Tucson and see the conditions of that processing facility. Like, what happens to the ones that are jailed? They get, like, released right at the end, don't they?
The snow's got a bite out here. Easy, easy. Garden. Yeah, it's guarded all right. But I can get through this. afraid to kill. Quit moving.
You first. Certain cat? I'm not sure I know what to refer to. Alrighty. I need to sign off because I have an early appointment that I need to make sure I get enough sleep before. So, thanks everyone for hanging out. I will fight... No, I don't want to fight the Thunder Javas by the Tramplers. I'll just admire it for now. Oh, what I could do. Alright, it's time for me to sign off. I'm getting sleepy, so I'll head to Bright Market, drop stuff out at Merchant, and then I'm going to sign off. Have a great night, everyone. I'll be back on tomorrow night at 7:15 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'm just going to hit this campfire and sign off. Hope you all have a good one.
You'll regret not stopping when you're in the thick of it. You'll like what I have for sale, I promise. These aren't goods.
I've got all the best goods here.
Come take a look. I'll give you
Don't
a
hesitate to
good
stock up
price
when you're on the
for a
road.
fair price. Won't find better way.